Hey there, beautiful people. It's Davina, the relationship guru. And this week we have an email from a viewer with what could be a very painful subject. This email is from Sandra. Sandra writes, I am embarrassed and ashamed. I am baffled that my husband is a hoarder. As a matter of fact, our home looks like the next episode of Hoarders. He collects every random piece of furniture he sees on the street. He collects old paper bags, old plastic bags. He will even look online for items that are broken and old and free. I have had it. I just recently found out that he has not only one but two storage units full of stuff. Our garage is completely full and every room is almost filled up to the ceiling. Every other day or so, I find that he is going through the same stuff over and over. He has made promise after promise to get rid of this stuff, at least some of the stuff. I am not sure what has happened. My husband was not like this before. I don't know what to do. I have offered to help him. I have suggested that he sees a counselor or a therapist. He refuses to admit that he has a problem. He thinks we need a bigger home or that he just needs to organize things better. I don't know what else to do. I am ready to move out of my own home. Hey Guru, what is your advice here? Should I move out? Do you have any suggestions? I am all out of ideas. Hello Sandra, and thank you for your question here. That does sound very painful. My heart goes out to you with this situation because it's very, very challenging. When you have a loved one that hoards, it can be easily emotionally overwhelmed. It's easy to feel that way. And let me take a moment to define hoarding just in case we have viewers or listeners who don't know what hoarding is. Hoarding is having so many things that you cannot manage the clutter where you live. You find it difficult or impossible to throw things away. People often hoard because they feel a strong need to keep things. People who hoard have an excessive attachment to their belongings, even though they may seem worthless or unusable. They feel comfortable with buying and accumulating things, but greatly distressed if something is thrown away or if you give something away. And the impact of hoarding can affect everyone's day-to-day life when they are living with a hoarder. Hoarding can lead to cluttered, unsanitary, and unsafe living environment, and it can take a heavy toll on every relationship. So Sandra, I cannot determine if you should move out or not. That is totally your decision, totally up to you. However, I can imagine that it may be some questions that would follow your thought process with this, and some questions or concerns that you may be worried about. When and if he will change? Will he go back to the person that he was before? Has he lost interest in his relationship with you? Does he care more about his stuff than he cares about you? How does excessive shopping and finding things affect your financial situation? Health problems from poor living conditions are a concern too. Is our home now becoming unsafe? It is important to remember that your husband has not chosen to be a hoarder. Hoarding is a disorder. It is a complex mental health issue, and helping someone goes beyond cleaning or organizing their clutter. So it is important to get him to see a therapist if you can. Hoarding needs to be tested and treated by a licensed therapist. Getting professional help is essential in this situation, and I would suggest that you do not move anything or declutter anything yourself. If cleaning and decluttering is done, it could cause more harm than good. The hoarder will be angry and resentful, further damaging the relationship with you. And in the process of accumulating more stuff, the process will start all over again. So based on my limited experience and research on hoarding, I can offer a few do's and don'ts. Do learn a lot about hoarding disorders. Do listen to him. Do validate his feelings and do listen to him. Do focus on your husband. Do not focus on his possessions. Do talk about reasonable expectations. Do talk about taking baby steps. Baby steps are important too. Remember to acknowledge small wins as big steps. If he throws away or gives something away, acknowledge it. Do volunteer to help him with the small steps. Continue to encourage him to seek professional help. Again, continue to encourage him to seek professional help. Here are some of the don'ts. Don't throw away any of his stuff without his permission. Don't clean up after him, even if you have been doing it before. Don't expect improvements to happen overnight. These things do take time. Don't judge him for developing this disorder. You want to support him and not judge him. Don't add to the stress by pressuring him to change immediately. Enable him to allow this process to happen. Enable him to go through the things himself. So that is my advice for you, Miss Sandra. I know this can be a very painful subject, but it is one that is also taken very seriously. So if you have a burning question that you really want to get an open-minded perspective on, would you like feedback or an opinion or an advice on a situation that you may be going through? If so, every week I will choose a question from my email and answer it here. So these are real life questions from real life people. So let me make this disclaimer here. I am not a licensed therapist or a counselor. So the answers I give are strictly my opinion, my thoughts, my advice. However, I am a certified coach. So I am now also accepting 1 to 2 new clients. Contact me through my website at therelationshipguru.org, or you may call 412-ASK-GURU. That's 412-ASK-GURU. So until next time, ciao for now.